How are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the program. Hello, I hope you're doing well. This is Gabriel in the Social Responsibility Medicine program. Eh, I study the career of medicine in the Anáhuac campus Cancun. You know me. I am a student of the online course of Social Responsibility and Sustainability at Anáhuac University. So today we have a guest, and we'll be asking some questions in regards of the topics you'll see in a bit. So let's go on and call our guest. So welcome again. Now we have our guest Beliana here. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Gary, for having me in your show. Well, I'm a nutritionist. I work as an intern in the National Institute of Science, Nutrition, and Medical Science, Salvador Subirán, in Mexico City. I work in the lipid and endocrinology department, and happy to be here.
It's really nice having you and listening that you're doing well. Uh, we're gonna move on with the questions. So first, I want to ask you, what criteria does the hospital use to select your suppliers, and how do you ensure that they comply with the ethical and responsible standards in their supply chain?
Well, the Salvador Subirán Hospital worked with really high standards in quality and social responsibility. For example, they work with the highest labs and pharmaceutical companies to provide really good products for the patient and for the for the health workers. So they have these guidelines to ensure what does is part of the selection and what not, and what is not.
Okay, it's really nice to hear that. Now we see that some industries, some hospitals, they don't. Well, they maybe enter a gray area into these topics like the ethics and the responsible social responsibility standards. Following that, I ask you, how does the hospital engage in the training and education of professionals to ensure these high ethical and clinical standards in patient care?
That's a great question, actually, because the hospital work with the greatest universities and the greatest workers of the nation of Mexico. They also are really careful to select who is gonna work in the hospital. They do like tests. For example, I need to had a test and an evaluation with my bosses if I was enough to work in the department. So that means that they insurance and they are really aware of what are the quality of the workers in the hospital. And it needs to be a really good person with high values, with high knowledge of the medicine and the science, and it needs to come from a really good university. And also it's part of the educational process. Not it's only that you go into the hospital and that's it, you don't let more. No, the other way. You keep learning every single day the new actualization, the new information that it's given from your bosses to you as an intern, as a medical student, as a nutritionist, etc. It's really a really great environment to learn.
Okay, so they also train these patients to these
Daily.
workers. They work.
Yes,
They train
daily.
them in also the ethics parts, right? They have to they have to comply an HR training and some values, some shared values with with the institution and with the standards we have nowadays, right? So
Yes.
following that again, what initiatives do you know? What initiatives exist or programs that exist in your hospital that contribute to the local community, and what have their impacts been so far?
Well, the National Institute is a public hospital, so that means that they provide really good quality health services to who whoever needs it. So, for example, it's a really great in program that they provide a really low cost consulting to everyone and really low cost pharmacs and medicines to everyone. And also they provide like cultural activities. For example, this past month they give a free show of music to the health workers and to everyone who wanted to go and listen, a really great cultural experience. And they also have this program of safety, to gender safety, for example, against abuse, against bullying, against this things that it's not good to happen in a work environment. So these are some examples I can give you.
Perfect. I was just receiving some information that your hospital has a very a had a very good education, and it has a good structure.
Yes,
Uh,
it is.
so it was very nice having you. Can you remind us
Thank you.
again what is your role in the place you work in?
Yes, I'm a nutritionist and I work as part of the team in the Department of Endocrinology and Lipid Metabolism at the National Institute of Science, Medical Science and Nutrition, Salvador Subirán in Mexico City.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been great having you. It's been great having you also in the program, Beliana. We had a very enlightening discussion. I loved your answers. So I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to you and to everyone watching this. So I wanted to talk to end about shared value. In our social responsibility course, we have this shared value concept that is not just a notion; it is a transformative approach and a recalibration of the business strategy. And I think that I choose you because of your institution, because I know you as a person, as a professional, that you comply to what we have been discussing in class. So this shared value, for more a context, it is a business strategy where companies and business find opportunities in solving social problems. Uh, the difference between this and corporate philanthropy is it allocates more money to social causes and generating economic value for the company, while simultaneously producing value for society. It has three key areas, which are reconceiving products and markets, which you mentioned, redefining the productivity and value chain, redefining also every day what are you working towards learning, and enabling local cluster development as well, which, as you said, it calls professionals from very good places to continue feeding and nourishing the the institution. So let's carry on the insights that we learned today. Let's commit to transcending traditional boundaries, championing the cause of our shared value, and playing a pivotal role in sculpting a future where business flourish alongside the communities and economy and healthy people and a healthy planet. So thank you for joining us today, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.